Welcome in as we get ready. Welcome in as we get ready to start the 8th grade contest between Moore and Hubbard. I'm Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics, getting ready for the start of this one as Moore will kick away, and we are underway in the 8th grade game. Sorry for the late start, just getting done after the 7th grade game as the return here about to the 28-yard line. That's Kinzion Dews. Give them the 26-yard line, and that is where Hubbard Huskies will start. 42-12 in the 7th grade game. And Hubbard looking to avenge the 7th grade's loss here in the 8th grade game. So on offense first here, the Huskies. Out defensively comes Moore. First and 10 from the 26. 4 receivers here for the Huskies as the official blowing his whistle, and there was a neutral zone infraction by Moore, but the officials are going to wave it off. Blowing their whistle, and there it goes again. Now another neutral zone infraction. This one they are going to honor. Carlos Tinoco coming offsides that time. It'll be 1st and 5 here for Hubbard. Well, we did not have a touchdown the first play on the kick return like we had in the 7th grade game. As here's a quick screen to the outside. Caught that time and out of a tackle down the left sideline. Pushed out of bounds near the 45 for Moore. I believe that's Jalen Miles. First down, Hubbard. Huskies back to it. 4 receivers again. They like going to the air, but here's a handoff inside and twisting his way near midfield. That time is Jalen Miles. So Miles will now make it a 2nd and very manageable here for the Huskies, who are going with some tempo here early. Here's the snap, play action. Looking long out of a sack, trying to improvise. This time is the quarterback, Nick Henderson, who just got back to the line of scrimmage. Had a man open late deep downfield, but it was too late with the rush already on him. It'll be 3rd and about 5 here for Hubbard. Nick Henderson calling out the signals. Snap taken, Henderson dropping. He's under a rush. He throws it up for grabs, and it is caught. What a catch! And moving all the way near the 35. The ball came out late, and it is going to be ruled down. The knee was down. What a play, and Caleb Adkins is the one who came up with the reception. I mean, that ball was just thrown up for grabs by Nick Henderson, and he somehow found his man. So 1st and 10. First and 10. Henderson fakes, keeps it himself. A read option up the middle. Picks up maybe 2 yards that time. It'll be 2nd and 8. So Hubbard, their 8th grade team, playing a lot differently than the 7th, and obviously you can really expect that with the 7th grade playing organized football at the middle school level for the first time. 8th grade, they've had a year under their belts. Hubbard uses tempo. Henderson claps for the ball. He's got it. He hands off here. Spun around out of the backfield. Still on his feet is Miles. Bouncing to the right, but he can't get away. Great job that time to hold the edge. That's Daniel Ruiz for the Mustangs on the stop. It's a tackle for loss. It's going to be 3rd and long here for Hubbard. Now you've got to assume it's going to be a pass. Third and about 12 from the gun. It's not going to be a pass. A straight quarterback keeper. Henderson taking off as he cuts back towards the middle and makes a good run. He's all the way to the 30-yard line, and this is going to set up a very manageable 4th down and 4. So we tick near the 3.5-minute mark here in the first quarter. Long look over at the sideline. Matthew Morrow calling out the signals from the Huskies sideline. 4th and 4 here for Hubbard. Looked like Moore got an early jump on that. No flag. Bouncing to the left and a shoestring tackle. Brought down Jalen Miles, that time by the Hubbard defensive end. And I believe that was Daniel Ruiz again making the stop. And it is a turnover on downs. But there is a flag. And this might be for that offsides penalty. A late flag. The officials conferring, and it is indeed an offsides penalty. So I thought that Moore had jumped early. We didn't see a flag right away. And now it'll be 1st down off the penalty, I believe, to the 25-yard line. So Moore thought they got off the field, but they did not. And the chains will move here indeed. 1st and 10 here for Hubbard. Henderson takes the snap again. Another design quarterback run, and he cannot get away from the end. Nice job to shoot through that time and make the tackle for loss. I believe that was Bryson Hambrick. And that's a big loss. Henderson keeping that time, and he lost almost 6 on that carry, actually. Making a loss of 7, marked at the 32-yard line. So it's 2nd and long here for Hubbard. No passes since that initial screen to start this game. Snap here to Henderson, who tries to avoid the rush. He does get away, but doesn't get very far. Actually does not make it back to that original line of scrimmage, as he's taken down a yard back from that line of scrimmage, and it is 3rd and a country mile, 3rd and 18 here for Hubbard. Well, this deep into more territory, it's pretty much touchdown or bust. Probably won't see a punt here, so they've got 2 downs to gain 18 yards. Henderson clapping in the gun as whistles blow before the snap, and it looks like we have a timeout. It was going to be a flag, but we have a timeout before that instead. I think Moore called the timeout. So with that, we'll step aside. 1:51 to play here in the first quarter. We're tied at 0. Moore and Hubbard from Rose Stadium. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here out of the timeout. Tyler ISD Athletics presentation presented by Wagner Cadillac. Here's a bomb down the sideline, inside the 10 and weaving to the end zone. Touchdown, Hubbard. So the Huskies on the board, a 3rd and 18 heave to a wide open receiver. And touchdown, Hubbard. Still waiting to get a number on that number 6, and number 6 is actually Tyaki Key. So Key in for 6, or Tyreek Key, my apologies, on the pass from Nick Henderson. So a quick score here for Hubbard out of the timeout. 2-point conversion is stopped, no good. And that'll take us to a break. 1:40 to play here, first quarter. Hubbard 6, Moore none. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here out of the timeout, it's Hubbard 6 and Moore none. This is a Tyler ISD Athletics presentation presented to you by Wagner Cadillac. Hubbard getting ready to kick it away. Eddie Cardenas has it teed up here. He puts foot to leather, and it's a kick back near the 20-yard line, received by Moore. And tackled quickly on the return was Caden Redden. A great tackle by the Huskies special teams unit. Taking up nearly the entire first quarter with that drive was Hubbard, as their defense looks to make a stamp. And we'll see the Moore offense for the first time. Moore coming out offensively. Got a fairly big offensive line up front. Waiting to see who's manning the controls. Looks like Justin Tate is the running back. As Tate will get it here on first down across the 30 and banging his way all the way across the 35 to the 38-yard line. First down, Moore. 12 yards. And a thunderous 12 at that to start things off for the Mustangs. First down picked up. Xavier Beasley, the quarterback, as he keeps it on the option. Big strides for the quarterback as he stood up right around the 40-yard line. Knocked out of bounds that time by Kinzion Dews. So I'll bring up second and about 8 here for Moore. It's the quarterback and Xavier Beasley. The running back we've seen so far is Justin Tave. As Moore will split the huddle here. Crop of receivers. Looks like Bryson Hambrick as well as Drashawn Jackson. Here's a play-action pass. Beasley rolling to the right. He's got a clean pocket. Now he's going to try to take off with it. He lost the ball. It's on the turf, and who fell on it? And it appears that Hubbard fell on the football. So Beasley, you could kind of tell he was going to try to take off and run with the amount of time he stood and waited, trying to get the defender flat-footed. He made a move, got past the first guy, and then lost it. So a turnover for the Mustangs, and Hubbard set up on the Moore side of the 50. Good field position. Job by the Hubbard defense that time. So come back offensively, fresh off a passing touchdown that went from Nick Henderson to Tyreek Key. 6-0 if you're just joining us. There's only 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Back in the shotgun, Henderson, as the snap actually is a little bit to the right of him. It goes to Jalen Miles, who bounces away from a couple of men and makes it up to about the 39-yard line, and that'll end the quarter. Our final play of the first quarter as we dip into the second quarter. 6-0 in favor of the Hubbard Huskies. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium in Tyler. Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics. Split backs here in the shotgun as Henderson, the running back now, switching over from quarterback. Kai Honeshell taking the snap, but it looks like we have a flag first. Rather, the chains weren't set. Unless there's a flag I'm not seeing, but it looks like the chains just weren't set and ready to go. It is 2nd and 8 here as we get ready to start the second quarter. And no harm, no foul. Split backs again. Honeshell is the quarterback with Nick Henderson, who played quarterback in the first quarter, to his right, another back to his left. That back being Jalen Miles. Here's a give to the outside. Henderson bounces. Henderson at the 20. Henderson at the 10. And Henderson finally knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. An explosive touch for Hubbard, and they have it 1st and goal to go. Well, you can see why Henderson was moved over to running back there with that type of carry. And that should be marked at the 7-yard line. So Henderson stepping out a few yards before where he was initially thought to have been knocked out of bounds. Late substitution here for the Huskies. Jaden Johnson checks back out. Snap to Honeshell. Honeshell looking left now, taking off right. He's running out of time, and down he goes. Ball came out late, but I think he was down already, and he may be injured. On the sack, Bryson Hambrick is slow to get up. It was Kai Honeshell, who is going to be coming out of the game. He is holding his right arm. Best wishes to him. Hopefully he is okay. So be tended to by the athletic trainer. 2nd and goal from the 16 now for Hubbard, as switching back over to quarterback is Henderson. Dropping back here, throwing on the slant, Henderson, and just behind his intended receiver that time. I think he was going for Tyreek Key, who caught the touchdown. So 3rd and goal, backed up at the 16-yard line, but this is familiar territory. If you remember, the touchdown was on a 3rd and 18 play. Third and goal from the 16. A handoff sweeping to the left, inside the 10, inside the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hubbard. It's Jalen Miles. Their 2nd conversion on a 3rd and long for a touchdown. This one coming off a sweep to the left side. So the Huskies score in their first couple of drives. They've taken a 2-score lead, and now a 2-point conversion to try to make it 14-0. Trips out to the right here for Hubbard. Offset back to the left. It's a fake here to Miles. Rolling, flipping Henderson, and it's off the hands of the intended receiver, Tyreek Key. Well, he would have had it, and he knows it. Throws his hands up. Upset with himself after the drop. It is 12-0 as we've hit the timeout. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Back here as we get ready to pick things up in the 2nd quarter. It's Hubbard 12 and more none. Reese Landon with Tyler ISD Athletics as the kick booted high in the air towards the left sideline. Fielded about the 24 by Bryson Hambrick, who's looking for a way to go, and he can't find anywhere to go. Tackled at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Mustangs. Moore won the 7th grade game convincingly, 42-12. The 8th grade, Hubbard has dominated early on, up 12-0. Moore has not ran very many offensive plays. Their first drive picked up a first down, but then it stalled out on a fumble. Hubbard obviously took and put in the end zone on a 16-yard rush by Jalen Miles. So here comes the Hubbard offense. or rather Hubbard defense back on the field. It's the Moore offense also back on the field. It's like their offensive line consisting of Enrique Envigalista, Daniel Wanachi, Caden Beal, a couple others. As the snap back, it's fumbled and picked up by Hubbard, and there is a walkway to the end zone, a strip sack, and it's picked up by the Huskies. TJ Harris on the recovery as he runs it in for 6. Touchdown, Hubbard. Everything going wrong right now for the Moore offense. Quick pressure, a strip sack, and picking it right up off the turf in stride was TJ Harris for 6. 18-0 here. 5:44 to play in the second quarter. Hubbard will go for 2 again, trying to pick up their first of the night. Two-point try. Back on the field, Henderson. As he will hand off here, sweeping to the left out of a tackle. TJ Harris, no, he did not. He has wrestled down, thought he got out of it, but he didn't. A great job by Justin Tave that time, setting the edge as he makes the tackle. And for the third straight time after a touchdown, the two-point conversion is no good. 18-0 here in favor of Hubbard. 5:44 to play in the second quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Another hold on a second. We have a late flag, and it's offsides on Moore, so we're going to get a retry on this two-point conversion. Hubbard will now work from about the 1.5-yard line. Snap back to the quarterback, Henderson. He takes off himself. He picks it up, so Hubbard finally converts on the two-point conversion. They make it an even 20-0. Let another break, 5:44 to play here in the second quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Ready to get back and moving here. 20-0, 5:44 to play in the second quarter. Hubbard will boot it away. Low line drive, fielded by Bryson Hambrick. Across the 30, Hambrick out near the 40-yard line. He will be tackled. Brought down that time by Liam Pittman. 1st and 10 for Moore, who is trying to avoid the turnover bug. 2 fumbles already offensively. And in a deep 20-0 hole. Back comes the Moore offense. 1st and 10 here, marked at the 41-yard line. Back at quarterback, Xavier Beasley, the running back, Justin Tave. Offset to the left, Tavis, he'll take it here, and he is stood up at the 40-yard line, driven back, and a late whistle. Tave did not get back to the line of scrimmage. A host of Huskies there that time, which included TJ Harris, who picked up the fumble. Actually, they will give him the line of scrimmage. I do not believe he actually got there, but the officials do mark it at the 41-yard line. Our offense back out on the field. Couple of tight ends here to the left. Offset back is Tave once again. Two receivers to give to Tave up the middle, and Tave did not get much once again. Maybe a gain of 1, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. Braylon Scott that time on the tackle. And it is 3rd and 9. Moore has only tried to pass once, they've only tried to pass twice, but both times they've tried to pass, they fumbled. So we'll see how they take it here on 3rd down and 9. For what it's worth, they are moving some receivers around here. And it is going to be a pass rolling away, throwing to the near side, and it is dropped. Beasley had his man, but Ruiz could not hold on. So 4th and 9, and we'll see what Moore opts to do here, and I think they're going to go for it. 3:46 remaining here in the first half. Hubbard trying to take over on downs. The last 5 offensive plays for Moore now. Fumble, gain of nothing, gain of 1, incomplete pass. So it's been a struggle lately to move the football, and they're trying to do it now on 4th and long. Beasley back in the gun. Well, you got to think pass here on 4th and 9. It won't be. They're going to give off to Nave, the running back, and save right near the 1st down, but he's a little short, and the officials are already marking it Hubbard football. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, and it'll give it right back to the Hubbard offense. They get the stop on 4th down, 3:39 to play. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Welcome back here as we kick things off. Resuming play, and here's a run on 1st down for Hubbard. Doesn't get much. That was Cadraylon Scott on the carry. Picks up maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, if I'm seeing right, it looks like current Tyler Legacy head coach Bo Trahan is on the sidelines for this one. 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Scott, working forward and cut down after a gain of maybe 1, possibly 2. Nice tackle that time. Looked like Caden Redden in there on the tackle. So 3rd and 8 here for Hubbard. 2:43 to play in the half as time continues to tick. They're in no hurry. See if Hubbard goes to the pass here. Only pass has been a touchdown, and it will be. Play action. A man wide open downfield. It is caught, and off to the races. This is going to be a touchdown. Jaden Johnson runs away from everybody. The play action sucks the defense in, and Hubbard hits on another big play. It's been the 3rd and longs that have been their bread and butter here tonight. Their 3 offensive touchdowns have been 3rd and 18, 3rd and 16, and then 3rd and 8, which they hit right there for the 47-yard strike. So it goes Henderson to Jaden Johnson for the score. As Bo Trahan slapping hands with Johnson. That might be a guy who's going to suit up for Tyler Legacy next season. 2:20 to play, up 26-0. A late substitution, and actually looks like the field goal tee is coming on as into the game comes Eddie Cardenas, who's the kicker. I believe they're going to try an extra point here. They went for 2 their first 3 times, and now with a comfortable lead, it appears they're comfortable trying the extra point. More lined up, more in a regular defensive formation. Now they're creeping up. Snap back, hold just barely down, and the kick is into the dirt. That whole operation really looked kind of wonky. It was a high snap, the holder, and Henderson came out of his stance, and the kick got no air. So extra point, no good. 26-0, 2:20 to play here in the first half. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner. Back here out of the timeout with Hubbard leading this one handedly. 2:20 to play in the second quarter. Huskies up 26-0. A large contingent of the Tyler Legacy coaching staff has made it out here tonight. Saw defensive line coach Brandon Nava talking to the offensive line during the timeout, getting ready for the kickoff. Looks like there's some Tyler High blue on the other side as well. I mentioned during the 7th grade game, some students from Moore Middle School go to Tyler High, some go to Tyler Legacy. As that kickoff downfield and rolls. And it's not dead. It's a line ball at the 9-yard line. Picked up and fumbled, and it's right into the hands of the ensuing defender for Hubbard. That is Jalen Miles. Hubbard just dropping the football onto the turf kind of inexplicably. And it's recovered for a touchdown. So the second fumble taken in for a score. It is 32-0 off of the special teams touchdown. So Moore dominated the 7th grade game. It has been a complete flip of the script here in the 8th grade game. 2:05 to play. Tyler Legacy, it looks like they're going to try an extra point again. Or not Tyler Legacy, Moore on defense. And Hubbard is going to try an extra point here. Cardenas used the tee last time. This time he's not going to. It was Cardenas as well as Henderson, the holder. And the up back Looks like Draylen Scott talking strategy beforehand. Well, the last one did not get off the ground. Let's see if this one does. And Moore comes off sides. Trying to race in to block it. We'll see if Hubbard sticks with the extra point. I presume that they will. And the ball's actually not going to move. I believe that Hubbard might have declined that penalty. I think they did. They just want to kick it from the same distance. They try the extra point again. Snap back, hold down. Cardenas boots it through. A line drive that finds its way through the uprights. So the extra point converted. Hubbard leads this one 33-0. 1:27 to play in the second quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics. Back here, 33-0 late in the second quarter. And this one rolling along the sideline. This time it goes out of bounds. So it's not picked up and fumbled. It's just straight out of bounds. And the penalty will give Moore pretty good field position. 1:20 to play in the half. Rather, this is just going to be a re-kick here. Back from the 40-yard line. Hubbard will do the kicking. 1:20 to play in the half. Cardenas has it teed up. He'll try it again. This one, much better kick, end over end. Caught at the 21. Jalen Miles, or rather, Caden Redden on that return, and he's stopped at the 25-yard line. 1:08 to play in the half, and it's now a running clock with it being 33-0. So you've got to think that Moore, or actually rather, the clock stopped. Clock was running for about 6 or 7 seconds. You got to think now Moore 105 and a long way to go. They might just run this. Back out comes the Moore offense. They have had very little success here in the first half. Just one first down. And we are going to have a timeout before the first snap. Moore takes it. Take it with them. 1:05 to play in the half. 33-0 Hubbard. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Back out of the timeout. Moore looking to run it here on first down, and it is stopped quickly. Justin Tave runs into Gail Martinez. That time the defensive tackle makes the tackle for loss for Hubbard. So we're now under 50 seconds to play. It's second and about 13, and I think this is where you just take one more player on the ball and send it to half. The Mustangs offense certainly playing it that way as we're now under 30 seconds to play. Avion Beasley running back into the huddle. See what Hubbard tries here. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Snapped here. Sweep out to the left out of one tackle. Tave across the 25 and out near the 30-yard line. And a whole host of Huskies yanks him down across the 30. But that'll run out time here in the first half, which has been dominated by the side of the Hubbard Huskies. 33-0. We're going to send to a break. We'll come back. We'll have the third quarter here from Rose Stadium in Tyler. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Welcome back here from Rose Stadium. So we get ready to start the third quarter here between Moore and Hubbard, the 8th grade game after the 7th grade game. Kick from Cardenia, send over end, caught near the 20-yard line, and Moore will bring it out across the 35, across the 40. Bryson Hambrick lowering the shoulder as he's out right near midfield. So finally an explosive play for Moore, who really lacked on those in the first half. They only achieved 1 first down, and they fumbled the ball 3 times. So 1st and 10 here. It's going to be marked down actually at the 48-yard line. Here comes the Moore offense, just trying to salvage something offensively, put together a couple of decent drives. 1st and 10 from the 48. Beasley takes a snap, hands off to his running back here, Justin Tave, who works across midfield. And then there's a big push by the Mustangs all the way near the 40-yard line. It's still going and finally down at exactly the 40-yard line. How about that push by the Mustangs? Out of the break, down 33 points, but they clearly have not quit in this game. It's a pickup of about 13 on first down, and about 7 of those yards was just the pile pushing forward. First and 10 here from the 40-yard line. Beasley in the gun. So he'll hand off to Tave here, trying to sweep to the right. He bounces it back and lowers the shoulder into a big pile of bodies right near the 35-yard line. Call it 5 here for Justin Tave. A good start to the third quarter here on offense for Moore. As I mentioned, just trying to salvage something at this point in the game. With the 8-minute quarters and a running clock right now, it's essentially over in terms of the chance to win down 5 possessions, but you can salvage some momentum. Get ready for next week. Three Lakes 7th grade falling to Judson Middle School over in Longview today. 8th grade currently losing 16-0, the last score update I got in that one. Tuesday night football, about the only Tuesday night football you'll find. Obviously no NFL games on Tuesday night. College football, you have Maction in November, and myself, a graduate of Bowling Green State University in the Mid-American Conference, I got all used to the midweek Maction, the Tuesday and Wednesday games. As here's a timeout. We'll take it with them. Got 5:41 to play here, 33-0. 5:41 to play in the third quarter. Hubbard leading this one. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. 33-0 as we resume things out of the timeout. Justin Tave, the ball carrier, sweeping to the left, and he's tackled for a short loss. There is a flag flying into the backfield. Waiting for an official ruling. Early indications, I think, that this is against Moore. And the flag actually is going to be waved off. So no penalty called. It's just going to be 3rd and about 5 here. And the shotgun is Beasley here. Xavier Beasley. He hands to Justin Tave, sweeping to the right. Tave picking up first down yardage and then some. He's all the way near the 25-yard line before he's brought down. I'll give a first down to the Moore Mustangs. Beasley headed over the sideline to talk it over with his head coach Eric Taylor. As here, Beasley is in a world of trouble, and down he goes way back at the 35-yard line. That's going to be a loss of about 10. So the Hubbard defense breaking through, and it's 2nd and very long. We'll have football here this Friday from Rose Stadium. Tyler Legacy and Marshall. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff. Keep that in mind, not 7:30. Marshall 1-1. They took down Tyler High 41-14 in week 1, but that victory, at least the score in that victory, was probably not indicative of how the teams stacked up talent-wise. A pouring down rain where Marshall just took the momentum. Tyler High just could not get their defense off the field all game, it felt like. The passing game completely neutralized. Tyler High, down their starting center, Joe Young, had snap problems all night. Ended up losing by 27 points, but I think if they match up on a night like tonight, the score might be different. So we'll see what happens. Tyler Legacy obviously falling to Tyler High by 5 points this past Friday. Legacy still searching for their first victory of the season. Beasley dropping back. He's in a world of trouble, trying to spin out of it. He lost the football. Picked up by Hubbard, and back the other way it goes. Jalen Miles, he has his 2nd scoop and score of the night. Touchdown, Huskies. Beasley was wrapped up by a host of Hubbard Huskies. The ball squirted free, and Jalen Miles, who picked up the fumble on the kickoff and took it back, rumbles about 50 yards back for a touchdown. Hubbard now has a chance to make it 40-0. Moore was driving, but it is halted on their 4th fumble of the night. Extra point here, Eddie Cardenas, who punched his last one through on a line. Back out once again. As Moore got through, but it was not blocked, and the kick is straight through. Carlos Tinoco came straight through on the defensive line, but couldn't find a way to get a hand on it, and that'll make it Hubbard 40 and Moore none. 2:03 left in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. Back here is the kickoff by Hubbard, a short one. Here fielded by Benjamin Mencia for Moore as he advances it to the 43-yard line where he stopped. And the running clock, I assume that this is going to be the last play of the quarter if Moore can get it off. 37 seconds and counting. First and 10, 25 seconds, and I don't know if Moore is going to get this snap off before the end of the quarter. It's now down to 20, and they're just walking to the other side, so it seems like they will concede their first snap off the kickoff until the fourth quarter. So we'll take the break with them. It is the end of the third quarter here from Rose Stadium in Tyler. It's the Hubbard Huskies 40 and the Moore Mustangs none. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac. So it is the Mustangs back on offense here as we start the fourth quarter. Sweeping is Justin Tave out to the left, out of an arm tackle, out of two arm tackles. Justin Tave into the clear and finally brought down inside the Hubbard 35-yard line at the 32. By far the best offensive play of the night for Moore. They look to finally get on that scoreboard. First and 10 from the 32. Beasley takes a snap, hands to Tave, who's hit immediately after the handoff, and not going much of anywhere. Maybe got back within a couple of the original line of scrimmage. He did. It's 2nd and 12. Second and 12 here from the 34-yard line.
Let's go, Bird. Come on, son.
Snap back. Handoff here inside. That time it's Daniel Ruiz. We've seen mostly Justin Tave carry the ball here tonight for Moore, but that time Ruiz as he picks up a couple. 3rd and 10. Clock ticking. We're at about 5:30 to play in this one. Beasley back in the gun. Offset to the left is Ruiz. It's a fake to Ruiz. A flip out in the flat. Caught and running through a man back towards the 30 and inside the 27-yard line. I think that was Bryson Hambrick. So it's going to be fourth down. They're going to mark it at about the 29-yard line, and obviously the offense staying out there for more. This will be fourth and about 7 as we're now under 5 minutes to play in this one. Mustangs trying to close it out strong with a score. But to do that, they've got to convert this fourth and long. Beasley barking out the signals. Tave back in the backfield. Looked like Hubbard might have jumped. No flag called, and Tave stood up. He barely took a step, and he was clobbered by the Hubbard defense. That was Liam Pittman as well as Jalen Miles in there to make the play. It's a turnover on downs, and Hubbard is going to get it back. 4:13 to play in this one as the clock continues to tick. You're watching Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cattle. Back here out of the timeout as we're under 3:30 to play. Running clock here and probably 4 or 5 more snaps in this one. Here's a bad snap, and quickly falling on it is Caleb Adkins, who is now in at quarterback for Hubbard. .28-yard line here. It's going to be second and about 16 for the Huskies. Another high snap and a give here inside, and not much brewing. Might have been Kinsey on Dews on the carry. Didn't get a great read at it. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, no. Rather, he's a couple of yards back from the line of scrimmage, and it is now 3rd and 20 as we're under 2:30 to play. Third and 20. Hubbard takes down near 2 minutes. They're just going to hand it off again as sweeping to the right out of a couple of tackles that time. TJ Harris still on the move. Harris down the right sideline and finally knocked out of bounds across the 40-yard line. He nearly took that one the distance. And first down will be granted here for Hubbard, who now can just knee it or they'll run a couple more plays. It's now at 1:30. First and 10 here from the 43-yard line as Hubbard looks over at the sideline once again. 1:05 to play in this one, so probably this snap and then one more. Adkins calling out the signals, and I don't think he got the snap. Well, no, that'll actually be a false start here against Hubbard. So with the running clock, then this is definitely going to be the last snap of the game. Snap back here to Adkins. He hands off up the middle to TJ Harris, who got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. And that should do it here tonight from Rose Stadium. Hubbard now walking to the sideline, and it is a dominant showing for the Huskies. They show up and show out 33 points in the first half, en route to the 40-0 victory here tonight over the Moore Mustangs. So the 7th grade, it goes Moore 42, Hubbard 12. The 8th grade, much different. It is a final of Hubbard 40 and Moore none. Enjoyed doing both these games. Reese Landon here with Tyler ISD Athletics. I'll have a couple more middle school games throughout the year, so stay tuned for those. Until then, you can tune in on Friday. It'll be Tyler Legacy versus Marshall on the gridiron, the varsity matchup here from Rose Stadium. This has been a production of Tyler ISD Athletics presented by Wagner Cadillac.